Hey everybody, it's Matt from Union Horror Movies, and welcome to my end of the month haul for the items I picked up for the month of September. First, I want to apologize for not doing a top 10 Tuesday. This past Tuesday I've been sick. I'm finally getting better. Still have a little congestion still, but it's getting a lot better than before. Nasty flu. Another thing too is, for the month of October, I'm going to be doing what a lot of people have been doing too, is the 31 Days of Horror. Now, I've never done it before. Excuse me. Ooh. Never done it before, and pretty much a review a day for the whole month of October. And so I'm going to be holding off on the top 10 Tuesdays for a bit, and I'm going to do this daily review. It'll be my first time doing it, so wish me luck. All right. So without further ado, let's get on with the DVDs, followed by the Blu-rays. First off, I got this free from Wild Eye. I don't know anything about it. It's called Aliens vs. Zombies. It was a screener that they sent me. You never know with this stuff. So yeah, Aliens vs. Zombies. Next one has another one that Wild Eye sent me. This one does look interesting. I'm going to be probably doing this during my 31 days. That's called Asylum of Darkness. It looks practical effects and looks pretty cool. So if anybody's seen this one, let me know. But Asylum of Darkness looks good. The next one was sent to me by Mood616. I was part of a contest that the 22 Shots podcast has been hosting. It was their 100th episode, and Moods actually had to get me some stuff because I won part of the contest. A lot of people have won different things, and the one that he sent me, one of the items was Bear Behind Bars. This is a woman in prison DVD by Blue Underground. So yeah, got a nice little disc here. Don't know anything about it. I don't own any women in prison movies. Actually, no, I own one. It's kind of like a zombie film. But yeah. Bear Behind Bars. So it'll be cool to watch. Thank you, Moods. Next, I actually reviewed this movie. If you want to check out their review, I highly recommend checking it out. It's actually a decent movie. And that's called Bone Jangles. Yes, this is also by Wild Eye. But it was pretty cool. It's a supernatural slasher with zombies, witches, a lot of weird shit, but a lot of cool horror references. So I definitely recommend checking out that review of Bone Jangles. I really liked it a lot. So I'm glad to put that in the collection. Next up I picked up is The Curve. It's got Matthew Lillard in it. And I'm going to be seeing him at Scaricon, so I want to pick up some of his films that I already don't own. I forgot about this thriller type movie. Looks pretty cool about they make this guy commit suicide, but they kill him. So they all get 4.0s in college. And of course, that guy's girlfriend commits suicide, and there's a whole thing, and Matthew Lillard goes freaking ballistic. So yeah, I want to check this one out. I remember seeing a trailer a long time ago. I think this came out in the 90s or early 2000s. So it looked pretty cool. If you've seen The Curve, let me know. I finally got the last of the... there's three of these. The original, this is the BBC one of Day of the Triffids. Excuse me. There was three different types. There was the original, black and white, or colored, I don't remember exactly for sure. Then this one was a BBC miniseries in the 1990s. Then later on there was one in the 2000s, which I have as well. But this was the last one I needed. The US DVD is out of print and goes for insane money. I found this one on eBay for $7. This is a Region 2, I think it is. Yeah. But this got all the booklet in there. This, again, was a mini-series based on Day of the Triffids. I heard this is more towards the book than the actual movie. So, yeah, I can't wait to give this a spin. Day of the Triffids. Next is a horror anthology. I bought this a long time ago when I got it from Amazon. The seller only sent me the case, so I had to send it back, so I never actually had the movie. Put out by Brain Damage Films, and that is Dead on Appraisal. That's a horror anthology. This looked pretty insane. I remember the trailer for it. It looks like it got a lot of cool practical effects. So I was finally happy to have that in the collection. Hopefully they'll give it a watch sometime soon. Documentary called The Fear Makers. This is volume 1. This was like dirt cheap on Amazon. So I decided, I'll pick this up. And I think there's a volume 2. I don't know if there's a 3 or 4. But from oldies.com, put it out. But the cool DVD looks like that. And that's the insert. Looks like a documentary on old horror films. And yeah, it's the back right there. So yeah, check it out. Pause it. Fear Makers Volume 1. Another documentary. I did not know this was out. I always thought this was a re-release of the movie. And I thought, oh, it's probably another public domain film that they put out, so it's a different cover. No, it's an actual documentary called Godzilla and Other Movie Monsters. I think Terror for Tom had this, and I'm like, holy shit, that's a documentary? Had to buy it. And it's pretty much a documentary based on dinosaurs, and then later on goes into movie monsters with Godzilla, Goro, and a bunch of others. And of course, it goes into a lot of the giant monster movies from Godzilla. Pretty cool documentary. Highly recommend checking it out. Of course, it goes into like the Lost World, Reptilicus. There's a whole bunch of other films down there. So yeah, it runs about 100 minutes, and it has some other cool chapters to it. So yeah, Godzilla and Other Movie Monsters. So if you're into documentaries and Godzilla, highly recommend it. It's not bad. Another free one that the Wild Eye sent me called Heidi. Don't know anything about it. Looks like a found footage movie. If anybody's seen it, let me know. Finally got this in the collection. Been after this for a while. Always on Amazon or on eBay. It goes for insane. And SRS Cinema had a little sale. And this was on there for dirt cheap. And it's called Horror Effects by Tom Savini. It's kind of like a documentary / interview with Tom Savini. He goes through his special effects from Dawn of the Dead, Creepshow, Friday the 13th, The Burning. So it was really neat. I'm going to meet Tom Savini at a convention in about a week. And I thought about, I would like to get this signed by him. That'd be kind of cool. Then they had it on sale, and I bought it right off the bat. He only had 2 of them on that sale. So yeah. Horror Effects, pretty cool. Cool documentary on special effects and everything. Got this one from my good old place at Soundgarden in Syracuse, an old anchor bay of the drive-in of The Initiation and Mountain Motel Massacre. I had Initiation on DVD of a Midnight Madness release, but when I saw the old anchor bay, I was like, yep, I gotta get it. I love the old drive-in ones. Comes with, it's a double-sided disc, and the artwork is double-sided. So if you got Initiation on one side and Mountain Motel on the other. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And finding these old anchor bays are rare, especially when you find it in the wild. I found it for I think $5.99. Had to jump on that shit. Another one from Soundgarden. A couple of these. Blue Underground. Blue Underground, their Blu-rays have gone through the roof. I don't know what it is, if they're going out of print, or I know a lot of them they're losing the rights to, but then again, they're gaining more rights to other films. This movie has a Blu-ray, but again, it's insanely priced. This DVD was only $5.99, and that's The Killer Nun. So, for Blu-ray, for DVD, for $5.99, why not? Haven't seen it. I heard some good things about it. Picked up Knock Knock. I guess this is a slasher, maybe? If anybody's seen this movie, please let me know. Got some Asian horror. Alright. I thought it was cool because I thought it came with a little lenticular cover, but it's not. It's a lenticular card. And this is called Nightmare by Tokyo Shock. And cool little hard slipcase. Now, Nightmare is pretty much the Asian version of I Know What You Did Last Summer. They even have it in a trailer that they mentioned I Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, the twist on it is, of course, it's Asian cinema, has to do with spirits and ghosts. And pretty much it goes exactly like I Know, And it was done really well. Had some good gore scenes, had some good kills. So it's kind of like an Asian supernatural slasher. So if you're into Asian cinema and Asian films, definitely check this one out. Cool twist at the end too. I liked it. Nightmare, and of course came with this cool particular card. I figure I'm going to put that. I started getting into some of the Masters of Horror. I've seen them all. I just never owned any of them. So I picked up a couple ones dirt cheap. One is called Pelts. I like this one a lot. Meatloaf, John Saxon. This is from Dario Argento. Kind of like killer raccoons, curses, and shit like that. So I'm starting to get into the Masters of Horror to collect. I might get season 1 on Blu-ray, debating. But that's on season 2. And a lot of season 2 you can only get on DVD or... yeah, only on DVD. There's no Blu-ray. And the set itself came with a skull. That's expensive as fuck. So I'm going to start getting the season 2 by themselves at some point. Another documentary called The Real Scream. This is put out by the Smithsonian Channel. Yes. Pretty much they mention the killers of the Gainesville Ripper. And that's where supposedly Wes Craven got the idea for Scream. And it goes through different parts of the Scream movie with the Gainesville killer. He was a serial killer in this quiet little town. And this was actually a really good documentary, guys. If you're into horror documentaries, serial killers, definitely check out the real story of Scream. Yeah, the Smithsonian Channel put it out. I don't own anything from them, so that's a first. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's a short documentary. I had to get those $3, and that's The Simpsons Treehouse of Terror. Only has 4 episodes on it. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, and 12. I'm hoping someday they'll put out all the Treehouse of Terrors on there. They're a lot of fun to watch. Pretty goofy, and yeah. Stupid sticky tape. Alright, I picked up Stay Alive. It's a killer video game movie. I actually didn't mind it. It's got some really bad CGI in some parts. Got a weird scenes from Frankie Muniz there, but for a movie that's based on a possessed killer video game, if you play the game and you die in the game, you die in real life. So it's kind of like watching The Ring, watching the video. But for what it is, it wasn't bad. It's watchable. Alright. This one's kind of like a side grade. Or, that could be an upgrade, whatever you want to call it. Found another old Anchor Bay, and I saw this for $20. I said, I have to because it's insane. It's limited, so it's probably going to be up some value. I know it's getting a Blu-ray coming up. I think a Steelbook too, maybe. I don't know for sure. The old Anchor Bay, there's the glare, but it's Suspiria. I have the old Blue Underground one, but I'm probably going to get rid of that. I'm definitely keeping this. This thing is thick. It's Old Anchor Bay. Here's my number. It's limited to 10,000, and I got 2,947. So I kind of got a good low number. Now this thing has 3 discs with the CD soundtrack by Goblin. So there's 2 discs there, and there's 1 disc. Now, what was really cool about this, too, when I bought this at Soundgarden, when I was opening up and playing with it, it came with postcards. Well, not postcards, but like lobby cards. Well, that's the insert, but it had these cool lobby cards with it. And I thought, that's sick. So, whoever brought this in did a great job taking care of it. There's a whole bunch of cards. And I'm like, okay, that shit's mine now. So yeah, God loves Suspiria, and I will be buying the Blu-ray when it comes out, and I will not be getting rid of this edition because this edition is nice. It's a great movie, definitely be a collector's item, and it's freaking heavy as hell. Surprised how heavy that is. I picked up Tales of Voodoo. This was volume 4. I can never find these in the wild anymore. And so this one comes with Temple of Hell and Cannibal Curse. I think there's 4 total volumes. So if anybody's seen that one, let me know. Had to buy it. glow-in-the-dark version of Tremors. It's the Walmart slipcases. These are like $5. You get the normal DVD inside, but I did it for the slipcase because it's Tremors. This all glows in the dark. Couldn't pass it up. Another one I did a review on my channel. Check it out. This is another freebie that was given to me. And that is Tsunami. Yes, this is a killer bee movie. Yeah. It's also got some like weird zombies in it as well. A lot of mix going on. Take a drink. You go from like zombie movies to bee movies, and it goes back and forth. I see where the director was trying to go, but a lot of things going on in this movie. I do like the artwork. I probably will be keeping this movie because it's a killer bee movie. You know, I love my killer bug movies. So, Tsunami. All CGI. Now, this I could pass up on Amazon. This whole thing was $4.99. It comes with the book and the DVD. I went on to Vinegar Syndrome site, and it was kind of expensive. It was like $12.99 for both of them. So I'm like, okay, for $4.99 on Amazon, I can get the same. And that is the Vinegar Syndrome catalog film for spring of 2017. All right, comes with the book. The book is pretty cool. It's their catalog from all different films of what Vinegar Syndrome is releasing. It doesn't show anything of the new stuff, but a lot of the older stuff. So you got little news, a lot of pictures. So we can keep that as like a checklist. But the book's pretty solid. Now the DVD is 3 discs. That's pretty cool. It's like almost a trailer compilation of Vinegar Syndrome movies. And again, on Amazon for $4.99, I couldn't pass that up. That is a great deal. And again, spring of 2017 catalog, why not? A lot of horror stuff in there. Now, on Masters of Horror, one of my favorites from season 2, We All Scream for Ice Cream. Again, I never really owned any of them. I've seen them all, but this was like one of my favorites from season 2. So yeah, I had to buy it. I think it was $5 on Amazon. And last from Soundgarden, from No Shame Films, called A Whisper in the Dark. If anybody's seen this movie, please let me know. I think it's out of print. So I saw it cheap. Said, you know what? I'll grab it, pick it up, see how it goes. That's got the insert and everything. So if anybody's seen this, it's filmed by Marcello Alipardi. Yeah. So I think it's an Italian. Maybe it's a giallo. So yeah. All right, guys. That is my DVD haul for the month of September. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be the Blu-rays. All right, guys. Thanks. Peace.